Hi guys, it's Gary and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I like to make videos about makeup amongst other things, and we like to talk about drama that's going on, just pretty much anything I feel like talking about. And today I wanted to do, it's kind of, this should go up New Year's week, New Year's Eve week. So I kind of wanted to do maybe a fun little smoky eye, I don't know. But we are going to be diving into Haus Laboratories. I finally ordered stuff from them, so I got their palette and a lipstick. As you can tell, I've already done my face. I'll leave a little video of me doing that while I'm discussing a few things. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Put the bell notification on so you know when I upload a video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Orbiting Live, so you can see looks that I do amongst product shots and other things. Feel free to leave me a message. I love talking to you guys. I love getting feedback from you guys. So hopefully, you can chat with me wherever you want to. So let's go ahead and get into this. So the first thing is that, as I said, I've already done my face, and I decided that I was going to buy some makeup from Haus Laboratories. This is what their little card looks like that came in. So this is, of course it's Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. With all her models. I think it's a great picture. I love getting these. I'm going on vacation here in a week, or maybe this week while you're watching this. I may be on vacation, so I kind of have a plan for a lot of these little cards that I'm getting. And I had held off on buying anything from her brand because I just felt like it just, to me, didn't seem like any of the stuff was stuff that I was just like, I really need to try that right now. I mean, she's got some like eyeshadow topper things, and she's got a few lip products, and she's got the eyeliner, and she's got like a little face mask thing, and she just recently released these, and this is, I think, her first lipstick that she released in her palette. So I decided to give it a go because, as you know, I like eyeshadow palettes. Now, the thing that people have been talking about with her brand is people just thought that Lady Gaga would come out with something completely crazy and insane. And I guess I understand that too, because I kind of thought that too when she was coming out with stuff. Gaga's known for her like elevated fashion and her crazy looks sometimes. And when she came out with that first batch of stuff, people are kind of like, oh, okay. I don't know how much interest there was in all of it. There's a lot of reviews. Of course, a lot of people got PR and things like that. And I bought all this stuff myself. So it was kind of one of those things you're kind of like, eh. But then you kind of start watching her interviews and stuff. And then when this palette came out even, first off, let's just say this is called Glam Room #1 eyeshadow palette. It is an eyeshadow palette. It is not a pressed pigment palette. A lot of people are coming out with pressed pigment palettes, which is literally pigment pressed into an eyeshadow pan. So this is an actual eyeshadow palette. I don't expect it to be like super crazy, but like I said, that's the box for it. It's kind of a black going into metallic, nothing on the back. This is what the front of this looks like. And then the back, the shade names are on the back here. This palette is a lot smaller than I thought it was when I ordered it and when I saw it online. And I've said this before, I have a really big head. So things to me always look, I guess people online, everyone has little heads. I have a ginormous head. So when people are holding this up, I'm like, oh, that's a pretty nice size palette. And then I get it, I'm like, that is tiny. But I also like it for that reason. I believe this was $38. And I like that it's small. It feels pretty weighted. And it's not cardboard. So I kind of like that about it. Glam Room #1. So if you watch Nikki tutorials, she was on there and Nikki did a look on Gaga. And she talked about her aesthetic for this and why she came up with this, because she wanted to make something that reminded her of when she did like burlesque when she was first starting out. And she wanted just an everyday sort of glam thing. Like you can use it during the day, but you can also jazz it up a little bit at night and use it for glam looks. And there's a lot of shimmer, there's a few mattes in there, but I do think this is a pretty versatile palette. I like the colors. I have to turn it because I feel like it gives it a better look. So we've got Cake, Applause, Curtain Call, Contort, Scotch, Spotlight, Cameo, Shimmy, Slipper Room, and Top Hat. And it does have a 12-month expiration on the back is what it's saying. This is Glam Room number 1, the Fame eyeshadow palette. It has a really pretty good sized mirror. A mirror and a mirror and a mirror. So I'm pretty excited to get playing with that. So we can discuss a few things as I'm playing around with it, shall we? So I have been a huge Lady Gaga fan. I think a lot of us have. I don't think that's anything bizarre by any means. But been a big fan for since the beginning, pretty much. The Fame, when it came out, I think it'd been out for a couple months, and I just was kind of like, I heard a song, I think Just Dance was the only song out, and I actually really liked it. And I saw the video and I was like, okay, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool, but growing up in the 90s and 80s, there's a lot of artists, especially during the late 90s, early 2000s, when I was in my 20s or whatever. I went to the bar a lot. There was a lot of those people that came out with songs, but it was only like one song. So they were kind of almost like a dance artist, and they didn't have a lot of, I don't know, other songs come out from those artists. It's just like a one-hit wonder sort of thing. So when she first came out, I kind of thought that's what kind of act she was just kind of someone that they're putting forth to like the clubs, and so people could, dance to it and things like that. So I was kind of like, okay, well, I really like this. And I think Kesha came out after her. Yeah. I think Gaga's the one who started a lot of this stuff. But, so, I don't know, I really like Just Dance. And then, I think I bought the album then. I can't remember. But she had, of course, Poker Face was her big one that cemented kind of who she was, and people really starting to take notice of her. So I had her album, and I listened to it for a full year. It did not come out of my car every time I drove to work. I listened to it everywhere I go. And this is the start of like Twitter too. It was kind of when Twitter first started. And the funny thing is, and I've said this before, I've only gotten into Twitter like the last year. I've had my account forever, but I just never really got into it. When it first started, I tried to get into it, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know about this sort of thing. And I followed Lady Gaga, and I talked about how her music was, and there was no atting people. I never really did that at that point. But I remember talking about how I can take it out of my car, and it was all I was listening to. And I got a notification on my Twitter that Lady Gaga followed me. And I was like, what? And I go back and look. Sure enough, she followed me, and I don't know if she just saw my tweets because I was talking about how, I just really liked her music, and like I said, I never added her or anything, so that was pretty crazy. But when she first came out, she was really invested in, social media and getting to know people and stuff like that. So that was pretty crazy. And she still follows me. I checked it the other day. I was like, does she still follow me? I don't even know. So I think that's pretty cool that she did that. And like I said, I never didn't really use Twitter that much. I was kind of just shocked that that even happened, but I don't know. I thought that was cool. She did, and then she did the Fame Monster, which was kind of EP to the Fame, and then I got to go see her in concert for the Fame Monster tour. And she came to St. Louis, and she was at Fox Theater, and it was like -2. It was like really cold outside, and me and two friends got to go see her, and that was crazy. That was kind of the beginning of that tour. She was still kind of like, she was getting popular, but she wasn't, I don't know, she wasn't super big. And Fox Theater isn't like these huge stadiums that she was performing at later. So I like that we got to see her. We were pretty far in back, but my camera, I had really good shots of it. And that's one thing I have to give up for Lady Gaga. She's, like I said, she's always embraced kind of media, and she knows people go to the concert to enjoy it, but she's okay with people taking pictures and videos and stuff like that because they want to have something to remember it by. So I love that she embraces that too. There's always a negative and a positive to it, but so I go see that. Super fun, super excited, had a great time. And then she came back to St. Louis the later part of the year, and she reformulated that tour. And I went with my ex-boyfriend. He'd bought me a ticket. It was kind of like a late birthday present. And I think it was in November. No. Maybe. I don't know. But it was actually at the Scotts Trade Center, which is way bigger. So, and of course, it was last minute when you got tickets, so our seats were all the way on the side. And basically, you can see the front of the show, but you can see him leaving and exiting the stage. But the cool thing about that is I'd already kind of seen the show, so, but it was interesting to see how much she had grown from the original one, and it was still interesting to see the changes that had happened to the concert after she re-put it out. So Gaga's been like in my life for a very long time, and when she decided to come out with makeup, I was pretty excited. So there's a lot of, not really negativity, just some confusion about some of the stuff she's coming out with. But I feel like, so far if you can't tell, these are blending pretty good. I don't know, it just, when she talks about her stuff, it makes sense. And she's got a lot of plans of stuff coming out. And these are a little chalky. I don't know if you could see it. I started with this one. Didn't really show up all that much because it was really light, of course. And then I used this one and then this one. And the names are weird. I don't know if this is technically Applause or if it's Contort, but I'm pretty sure that's Applause. And then this one is Slipper Room and Scotch, I'm assuming. I don't know. So I do wish that the names were on the front of this. So let's go into, I do really like the size of this, and I like that the mirror stays where it's at. It doesn't just fall over. I think I'm going to go in and do this one, the middle one. This is going to be my inner shade. Well, let's go ahead and do kind of the underneath here. So she came out, she's doing this line, and she has a wonderful makeup artist, and I like everything that they said about the brand. they've been putting out quite a bit. And like I said, it's kind of one of those things that just, it wasn't really what you thought it was going to be when it came out. And people are just kind of like, okay, okay. You know, a lot of people went to her brand stuff, but whatever. You know, everyone's got their own thing. And I've said this before, and I said this with Tati's stuff. And, you know, Manny, when he came out with this, people get so tired. They're like, oh, it's a neutral palette. It's a neutral palette. But guys, you know, and we get color palettes. Everyone's going to come out with color palettes. It's fine. But majority of people don't wear a ton of colors every day. You know, they stick to basic everyday looks. So it's understandable that brands come out with that as kind of their first product, or multiple things, you know, but being, you know, having neutrals that go along with it too. I don't know. I guess they just kind of understand the reasoning behind it from like a brand standpoint. So that's never really been kind of an issue to me. All right, I'm going to try to take that color there. So what are you guys' plans for New Year's? Anything? Are you going out anywhere? Are you going to get crazy drunk? Are you going to make out with 152 strangers? I am actually on vacation. So maybe I'll make out with 152 strangers. Wearing my Gaga look. Gaga. You just never know with me. I'm crazy. Crazy. I think these are very pretty colors, and they seem to be going on really well. I'm just going to continue, and we're going to pack this on underneath. It's pretty vivid, y'all. Yo. And I think, let's take this purple and try to put it in the center. I think it muddies it a little bit, but I just kind of wanted it more as like a transition. I think everything feels really smooth. Okay, I think that's pretty. Just kind of a reddy, browny, sort of. All right, I'm gonna put on I'm not wearing lashes today, but I'm gonna put on my mascara and eyeliner, and I'll be right back. All right, I got my eyelashes done and my eyeliner done. I just used my voluminous L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mystic Black, and I used the Jet Black 860 Maybelline Lasting Drama Matte for the lower lash. So next, the only thing we have left is the Haus Laboratories lipstick, and this is in Burlesque. So I thought it was very fitting because she talked about the eyeshadow being, you know, something she'd wear, something she would grab for, something easy for when she wouldn't want to go out and do burlesque. And of course, we have to have the lipstick. Fingernail, that's so gross. So this is, oh, about dropped it. Oh. This is Haus Labs lipstick. It's magnetic. Pretty cool. Oh my gosh. So, you know how I feel about red lipstick, but look how the glitter and how it's got stripes on it. That is gorgeous. That color is stunning. I love this. I love the component. I was trying to see if it smells, but I think that's the spray that I used earlier. I love this. Reminds me a little bit of the Jessica Rabbit Ciate London. I think this might be a little bit smoother, but I like the color of it. The application was really nice. I've noticed my bottom lips come out further than my top lips. Alright, so my final thoughts on this. Haus Laboratories or Laboratories. It's kind of the same look I've done a couple times this year. I can't help it. I love these colors and I'm drawn to them. And that's the thing about Lady Gaga's brand. I posted something on there that says, I want you to love yourself. Love Lady Gaga. And I can kind of feel that. I mean, this is, like I said, the eyeshadow palette and then their first lipstick in Burlesque. $38. Do I think this is worth $38? I think for it being, this is the Fame palette, for it being a Lady Gaga brand, I understand the pricing. Do I think there's very similar palettes out there? Do I think it's a must-have, must-grab? I think if you like Lady Gaga and you're interested in her makeup, then yeah, you might want to grab it. I do think there are other palettes out there that maybe just like $5 more or $6 more that'll give you kind of the same thing. This is a regular eyeshadow palette though. So the biggest thing to me that this has going for it is the size factor. It's weighted, it's got a really nice mirror in it. So if you're looking for something with these kind of colors that you can do kind of a neutral or spice it up a little bit with a little bit of color, these didn't hurt my eye. Some pigments get in my eye and they sting, and this didn't do that. So I feel like it's a really good basic palette, you know, a glam. It can be a basic glam palette. Yeah, so if you're wanting something that you can throw into your bag and bring with you, I think this would be a good option for you. And the lipstick feels very comfortable. It's very sparkly. It has the sparkle glitters. I am a sucker for a red lip, so I cannot argue with this. But it's just up to you. What do you guys think? Are you interested in Haus Laboratories, Lady Gaga's brand, or are you waiting to see what else comes out? Because apparently next year there's going to be a lot more stuff coming out. I'm kind of interested to see where it's going to go. I hope you guys have a great New Year's Eve. I hope you make out with 152 people. I know, I think that would be fantastic, but I don't even think I can be around 152 people. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen, but I hope everyone has a great New Year's Eve. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Orbiting Live. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit the bell notifications so you know every time that I post a new video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Gaga.